You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Sunday the 7th of June, 2026. It is 79 days after the spring equinox. It is 14 days before the summer solstice. In today's episode, cardinals, a lazy legislature, Chief Seattle, the largest plant on Earth, the day the sky turned orange, and Louise Erdrich. The sun rises today at 5:25 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:55 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:25 p.m., civil twilight ends at 8:58 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 9:40 p.m. The length of daytime today is 51 seconds, longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 57% full at midday. The moon rises today at 12:48 a.m., and then it sets at 12:01 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 3:42 a.m., 1 meter 43. In the morning, low tide, 9:58 a.m., 9 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 4:17 p.m., 1 meter 43. At night, low tide, 10:26 p.m., 27 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, a pair of cardinals is nesting in a back garden a block away from Hallett's Cove. If humans approach too closely, one or the other will come out and perch on the high chain-link fence along the back of the garden. They raise their crest, a sign of alertness, and deliver a sequence of short, terse calls. Perhaps not exactly a cry of distress, but certainly one of concern. Cardinal females build a new nest each year, a small open cup made of twigs lined with soft grass, carefully crafted. They like dense bushes near open ground where they can forage for food. The males are very territorial and will even attack their own reflections in mirrors and windows, interpreting the reflection as an intruder. But though they aren't exactly delighted to see us nearby, they tend not to be aggressive toward humans. Commemorations. On this day in 1614, in England, the second Parliament under King James I was dissolved. It had not managed to pass a single act of legislation, and has gone down in history as the addled Parliament. On this day in 1866, Chief Seattle died near the city that had been named after him. He was a leader of the native Suquamish people. Seattle opted for a policy of coexistence with the settlers who were moving into his people's ancestral lands. He is still remembered for his 1854 speech. We don't have a perfect account of his words. The versions that have come down to us have been recreated from notes taken at the time. Seattle spoke of the differences between native and settler culture. He wondered at Westerners' willingness to leave the graves of their own parents and at their disconnection from the land. He reminds his listeners that one day the settlers' culture will also decline and disappear. It remains one of the most influential statements about environmentalism and culture in our history. Remember Chief Seattle today. On this day in 2022, researchers at the University of Western Australia and Flinders University released their findings that the vast underwater seagrass meadows in Shark Bay north of Perth were in fact a single organism. The seagrass covers 200 square kilometers. It is the largest known plant on the face of the earth. You may remember this. On this day in 2023, smoke from Canadian wildfires covered the whole of the American Northeast. In New York, the sky turned a surreal orange color, and our air quality index reached a score of 218, the lowest quality in the world. That was one eerie day. Today we wish a happy birthday to Louise Erdrich, born this day in 1954. An enrolled citizen of the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa Indians, Erdrich is a prolific writer of novels, short stories, poetry, and nonfiction. She won a Pulitzer for her novel The Night Watchman. She started a bookstore in Minneapolis called Birch Bark Books and Native Arts. The store describes itself as a teaching space, and it's a major center for Native culture in the region. We appreciate this quote from her book, The Painted Drum. When it happens that you are broken, or betrayed, or left, or hurt, or death brushes too near, let yourself sit by an apple tree and listen to the apples falling all around you in heaps, wasting their sweetness. Tell yourself that you tasted as many as you could. Wise advice. Happy birthday, Louise Erdrich. In our preparations for the 4th of July, we offer you these words from Clarence Darrow. He once wrote, "True patriotism hates injustice in its own land more than anywhere else." Today, the annual Philippine Independence Day Parade in New York City will take place. The parade runs down Madison Avenue and culminates with a day-long culture festival next to Madison Square. It's the world's largest Philippine celebration outside Manila. Happy Independence celebration to our Filipino friends and neighbors. And that is the Observatory, Sunday the 7th of June, 2026.